Metal will beat grass. What do I mean by that? You see, sometimes when we're stuck in the rough, heavy rough, to play a little pitch shot, we don't play them in the delicate way we would like, because actually our instinct, when it's in a buried lie, when that ball is deep in the rough sitting down here, we tend to tighten up. We tend to tense our hands up, our wrists up, our forearms, and we lose the feel of what's going to happen. And so therefore our ability to judge the distance is compromised, and sometimes we just duff it completely. So I want to give you a whole new focus, and think of it this way: metal will beat grass. As long as you let that metal flow off the golf club, as long as you let it have some energy and flow to it, it will go through the grass. So if I'm trying to play a fairly delicate little shot here, I'm going to ask you to do the opposite of what instinctively you probably do. I'm going to ask you to relax. Now ideally I'm going to say to you, go and practice, because I want you to go to the extreme. I actually want you to find out what it'd be like to be so relaxed and soft in your hands here, where you let the weight of the club and the energy of the club almost fall itself down to the ground and go through the grass, just so you can get the idea of letting the metal of the club override and overpower the grass. So I'm actually pushing that ball down into the ground here, okay? So again, I'm just going to really relax, let the club swing, let the club fall down, and that ball is just popping up quite nicely. Now, admittedly, obviously every bit of grass is different, so you need to experiment and practice with that. You may find that actually if the grass is really long, your club's getting tangled when you're that relaxed. Then you can add a slight bit of more tension, if we say, a little bit more power in your hand to let that come through. But by doing it in that way, by actually starting what is incredibly relaxed and just working on the mental concept, actually, yeah, let me get metal moving, let me get that metal flowing, and the realization it will go through grass most of the time. Let me work on that concept first. Let me really relax my hands and my wrists to feel the weight of that metal swinging and flowing through the grass. Let me get the feeling of that first. Then I can add in a little bit more tension, if you like, a little bit more power in my grip to help if I need to. Rather than start from the point of view, oh, it's a really bad lie, it's buried, tensing up, locking up the hands and wrists and not having any feel at all. I think if you go in the approach master, you'll be surprised how much more relaxed you are in your shoulders, your arms and everything, and how the club actually goes through. And by the way, here's the interesting thing: it often goes through and stays fairly square to the target. Whereas sometimes when we're gripping really tight, we over control and the club gets more stuck in the grass, oddly enough, and then we don't get the direction or the control we want. So metal beats grass every time. Get the energy of that metal flowing. Start with relaxed wrists and arms and hands to do that. Allow it to swing itself. Find out how relaxed you can be to get it out of the different grasses that you play in, and if necessary add a little bit more power to that to find the perfect balance for you. So I hope that different approach in playing out of heavy rough around the greens is useful for you. Please let me know how you get on. I'd love to get your feedback with it, and as always, if you have any questions for me, just pop them in the chat. I'll be only too pleased to have a look at them and come back to you. Thank you.